let me take you into the room to the meetings that Republican lawmakers encounter. Recently, there was a gathering of the top Republican committee chairs, ranking members incoming. And when they did Q&A with the donors and the lobbyists that were gathered to support the Republican majority, the questions were things like, well, are we going to pass a farm bill again? Are we going to work with the Democrats so that we don't have to go through the pains of any government shutdowns? Are we going to get back to regular order and not punishing people by removing them from committees? That's what permanent Washington is telling your representatives right now, that they want to go back to those days.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And did you folks hear? Matt Gaetz is mad. He's mad that there isn't enough impeachment going around.
What I'm doing is I'm trying to elect candidates like Joe Kent, Caroline Leavitt, who I know will be fighters. But even when I talk to my current Republican colleagues, there are many who not only oppose any impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden, but who even believe that an impeachment inquiry into Alejandro Mayorkas, who is purposefully turning our border into a turnstile, that even that wouldn't be something that they would support.
That's really weird, right? That the MAGA fanboy is upset that there's too little impeachment happening. I can recall a time not too long ago when all of these folks were crying about the opposite.
The War Room posse needs to be leveled with. That there are current members of the Republican majority, people who will be in the next Congress, who are arguing very, very fervently that they will oppose the use of the I word, impeachment, in any context for any official in the Biden administration. And I believe that would totally misunderstand the mandate that the American people are giving us.
For those of you unaware, Marjorie Trainwreck Green, the insect queen of the anti-vax Facebook mommy groups, has introduced articles of impeachment against Joe Biden. She has cited the use of oil reserves as a right to impeach and is just going to ride that one out as best she can.
The American people see that these folks are destroying our country on purpose. And the Democrats moved the Overton window on impeachment. That wasn't us, that was them. But if we don't use the same tools, if we don't engage in impeachment inquiries to get the documents and the testimony and the information we need, then I believe that our voters will feel betrayed, and that likely that could be the biggest win that Democrats could hope for in 2024, when it really matters to be able to vertically integrate our policies into the executive branch and the legislative branch as well.
But her wingman Gaetz is lacking a little on his marketing. He's sad that no one is taking the bait, so that he has some thoughts, if you can call whatever happens in his brain actual thoughts.
We are in a battle, and we have to open up every vector of attack on a corrupt administration that is punishing the American people out of these virtue signals to wokeism. And so I think that we need to have a far stronger fighting spirit with our existing Republicans, and I need the War Room posse to help me activate that. And so the Republicans understand that their mandate in this election is not to go hold hands in the warm spring rain with the Democrats. It is to investigate them and to hold them accountable. And we can do that without the Senate and without the White House. And that's why it should be investigations first, policy, bill making to support the lobbyists and the PACs as a far, far diminished priority.
He's mad that people in Congress are meeting to discuss bills, the actual work that Americans rely on Congress to do. He's mad that anyone would dare think about the problems of the American people and that they would, suggest things to help them out. What has the Republican Party come to? He's mad that the MAGA GOP isn't the core of the establishment Republican Party and that people don't want to risk their committee seats or sacrifice their responsibilities to their constituents. If Matt Gaetz is upset that there isn't enough treason being passed around, then we may be headed in the right direction. But in all seriousness, Gaetz is a good representation of what the MAGA GOP wants to do on our country. Notice he isn't actually suggesting any real solutions, a key indicator of the Trump goons. He wants the division and the questions, because if they ever got the power they want, they will not let it go. They will turn democracy into a sideshow. It will be all about their King Trump and nothing else. Again, there's that irony just blazing on towards them when it was Trump being investigated and questions being raised. But now it's just, oh, you hurt Trump's feelings. I'm mad at you. I don't want to play anymore. It's pathetic. Every last one of them. If they aren't in office to represent, then you should be on your way out the door. And don't let it hit you on the way out. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.